now have changed the balance of the vehicle, and we do that on purpose so that when we start flying through the atmosphere, the vehicle won't just fly straight in like a bullet. It'll fly at an angle of attack. It'll fly at a slight angle, and that gives us a lift vector. And so we can use that lift vector to then control and steer the vehicle and help us slow down more. I'll talk about that some more in a little bit. So we've jettisoned that balance mass, then we come slamming into the atmosphere at about 13,000
That's
miles
exactly
an
what
hour.
we did.
It starts heating.
Exactly.
So that heat shield, the rigid heat shield up front is protecting us from that.
Yeah, heat shield and the cruise stage separation and the peak heating and going through the peak heating and hypersonic acceleration.
MSL was about 10 Gs. So now think about that in regards to humans.
Give me some beer.
Right? We can't subject our humans, particularly after being in space for a long time, to 10 Gs. So we're going to have to slow down a lot earlier and slower.
Yeah.
But for our current state of the art, it's experiencing 10 Gs. And then we start
Sky crane detail. The S turn.
Help us slow down. And as we
Slow
get
down
closer
and go to the
2,
radar data collection and
the
peak and
more.
early
We
interface.
drop the heat shield.
And we drop
The radar system then is looking for the surface to find out exactly how high we are and how fast we're moving. And once it finds that, it drops and our payload, in this case, this mission, it was the rover, with a rocket pack actually called the Powered Descent Vehicle. And it continues slowing down relative to the
surfaces and the parachute and
so that is the current state of the art for descent and landing.
I need some more beer.
And I'll show you a little bit
more
in a few minutes. But while flying through the EL sequence, the vehicle system needs to be able to land within a defined area. Now I showed you what Galaxy looked like a little bit before. Here's a close-up
of it.
So this was
That's
the
exactly how it looks on Mars.
And we targeted, but that was impossible
a few years ago. Because
like when we did the
I don't know why. Because
landing uncertainty is larger than the crater itself. Right? But we've gotten a lot better since
the Gale crater.
So
Here.
Or the landing
line right over there.
For the Mars
right in the Gale crater.
After all the calculations,
we were pounding the beers.
We're very confident in that ellipse.
We went to Mars.
The center.
And in
this case for MSL,
hello, there I am. I went to Mars.
But the point
is,
we
need to convince all you people that we went to Mars. Do you believe it?
So within about
Do you believe we're at the Mars now, people? With these neat 3D animations.
So let's take a quick look at how the sort of the history of intradisciplinary landing at Mars. I mentioned the Viking mission. So it landed. So we then did the Mars exploration rovers.
In 1997, we went to the Mars Pathfinder, and then we look at there. Here we go. Here we are. We're at a camera location.
Straight in to, or ballistically,
Look at
into
that.
the Mars.
This is how we did it.
So
That's our the heat
shield
shield
protecting us from
entering
the
in the
heating,
Martian atmosphere.
heating, and now
There it goes. Look at that. It's real.
Mach 2,
It's
we
not
deploy
fake.
that supersonic parachute.
That's our supersonic
We're
parachute.
still flying
It's
relatively
still
horizontally.
flying relatively horizontally. You hear that sound effect?
Parachute.
That's
We're
real.
working on slowing us down
It
and sort of
all
tipping us over,
happened.
and then we can drop the heat
It
shield.
really happened.
Right.
Look
And
at that.
here's where it's different than what we
Look
saw
at that, how
before.
it just
has the
discharges
payload,
that
this tetrahedron
little
hanging down
tetrahedron
below.
pyramidal thing.
And
Oh,
that tetrahedron
tetrahedron will just kind of walk out there and it'll just start
as we get a little
colonizing when we put ants inside there. The ants are going to come and, oh, then it blows up. See, that's ant larva.
airbags for your
See the
your
ant
traffic,
heads?
right? So, and as
They're
we
sticking
get
out of
about
there.
30 meters of the surface,
And then we
these
blew this
fire,
exhaust
bring the entire
fumes,
system close
and then
to
it just
zero
dropped. We dropped the
miles per
ant
hour
larva,
to the surface,
and it bounced
and then drops it.
like balls.
And that system,
Look at that.
that airbag system hits the surface at about 54 miles an hour.
It's amazing.
And it bounces along until it stops.
Bouncy,
Now, the actual
bouncy.
missions, this is a simulation.
It's not a
The
simulation. It's
they
the real
bounced about 30
thing.
times before they stopped.
Yeah, about 30
And then
times.
It deflates
And then
the
it
airbag.
deflates the airbag, and look what happens.
Tetrahedron.
Out come the
and
ants.
you have your payload safely on the surface of
And
Mars.
that's how it happened. That's the
In that case, it
truth.
was one of the exploration
That
rovers.
is the truth.
Yes. So, similar in that it's a rigid heat shield. The material, the actual thermal protection system.
We really
the
didn't have
latest
to
one
build
is
it. We
called
just have to tell
Concave.
you that we built
And that's
it.
different for
It's
the Apollo
different
ones,
for
it's
the
called
Apollo
Concave.
because
So it's a
the
different
Apollo
material,
ones, we really
but
did
the
go to the
same
moon.
kind of idea with that
And we
rigid
just figured that
air
there
shell
wasn't the
creating
3D
the
technology
shock
in
in front of the
1960s,
vehicle to
so
carry a lot of the-
we just
yeah,
thought we
the
can take
blades and
advantage
the blade
of the new
what's called burn off
CG
part of the
technology
windshield
these
material,
days. That's
exactly.
how it works.
Yes. The question was, how do you avoid landing
Yeah,
on
well,
a steep hill or incline?
Well, our CG department,
One is
we
we
used
characterize
bullet
how well the
dynamics,
system can do that.
and we
Like, what
can
type
apply
of
different
incline
collision
could
detection
it withstand?
variables within our software,
And then
and we didn't really
used
have to
our
go. We
current
just had to
orbital
show you
assets
this
there to
animation
create
and
what are called
talk
digital
bullshit
elevation
in front of you
maps
people.
of the area that we're going to
The
land,
head is a little bit
wide
too
area.
small. There we go.
So we understand
Woo!
where these
Woo!
key
Wee
zones are, so
wee
we define our lift away from those bad areas.
That's what happened.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I go to the bathroom?
So so the balloons were a
composite
material
material.
based on Kevlar.
Kevlar. We have a little joint venture with the people who make the Kevlar.
A gas
And
barrier
we
inside to allow it to inflate.
Wow.
It had a
Yeah.
very tough
Tough exterior,
Kevlar.
soft interior,
And so
kind of
we did
like
an
me.
awful lot of testing of dropping them on sharp rocks and throwing them sideways at things to make sure that they wouldn't rupture within the parameters of what we were or how we were landing.
I want to go have a beer. Can I have a beer? What? Huh?
For humans to Mars,
Humans,
we need to be within about
we're
100
gonna
meters,
go, yeah.
so 0.1.
We're gonna go to Mars.
Right now, we've
Humans, we're gonna go to Mars, and Mars is
depending on lots of things.
it's not
between
that
5
big
and
though.
10
It's only about
kilometers
100 feet
below.
wide. We don't know if we can fit
So we're
everybody
over an
on
order of
Mars,
magnitude
but
away from where we need to be.
we don't really want to
And
tell
our
people
landing
that you're
accuracy.
living inside the concave Earth, because that would just kind of like, we would lose
then
all our money
we
and
had
we'd
to
lose
mention
all our
the things
popularity, and
before.
we'd have to
So
admit
this
we
is
lied to
now
everybody,
more,
and we don't want to do
modern
that.
Lander.
We'd lose all our
Still the
contracts
same
with
type
all our
of
vendors.
architecture that we did for Vikings.
This little
70
texture map that we
here,
applied to
then
this
through the heating.
is kind of out of date.
Type of
We only
supersonic
had
parachute,
the computer technology back then that we could use, and it wasn't that versatile, so we didn't really make it look too realistic.
which was
You
successful.
see how successful that was. Next question.
And so now the most recent one we have is the Mars Science Laboratory,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
landing the Curiosity rover on
Yeah,
the surface of
I'm kind of
Mars.
curious.
So this represents the state of the art, so we'll watch how we got to the surface with MSL.
Oh, that's what we did it. Wee, here we
So
go.
again, same type but much larger, same type of rigid aeroshell. We'll drop the cruise stage. Now
We went to
reorient this
Mars.
entry vehicle toward the atmosphere of Mars.
We went
Drop
to
that balance mass,
Mars.
so we offset.
We
some of the
went
flight
to
of the
Mars.
So now we start to get into the sensible atmosphere. Alright, so the vehicle starts to feel the acceleration.
Vehicle starts to
It uses rockets called reaction control system to keep itself oriented correctly.
We have to keep it
And then
orientated
here, you
correctly.
see we got through peak
This is
heating and
exactly
starting
how it
to steer
happened, too. I'm
back
not
and
lying
forth
to you.
in these S-turns.
I'm not lying.
to
Whoa, look
slow
at these
down.
S-turns. S-turns,
Get through,
S-turns,
peak
S-turns.
acceleration, which again for MSL was about 10 Gs.
Help me! I'm
So
spinning.
now we're continuing to slow down, and as we get close
Yeah.
to we kick off
Kick off.
core mass
We
to
kick it off.
recenter ourselves. We don't
That's
want to be
exactly
offset
how we
anymore,
did it.
So we can safely deploy
That's
the
exactly
parachute,
how it happened.
which there's that
There's the
supersonic
supersonic,
parachute again,
super,
same
super,
style,
supersonic
this gap band
parachute.
that
That
we used for Viking,
oh,
but
look
much
at that!
larger.
Look at that!
now
It's
we
kind
drop
of like
the
a
heat
big
shield.
plunger.
And the
then
radar
it
is
comes
looking
down.
for the surface.
We already had our
Once it
camera set
finds
up on
the
Mars
surface and
before we
it's
landed
safe,
on
we
Mars.
drop the rover
that's how it
and the
works.
powered descent vehicle, which is the rover's rocket
There
pack.
comes the rover rocket pack.
They fire and
It
continue
fires,
accelerating.
accelerates.
Rover relative
There
to
it
the
goes.
surface.
Whee!
One of the first things it does, though, is
Yes.
a big left turn.
A big
to
left
get away From the
turn.
parachute. So it's
Because there's no
parachute
left turn
avoidance
signs
maneuver.
on there.
And so it's moved away from the parachute. Now the radar system up front there.
Look at that.
Look at the surface. And
Amazing.
understand how our
Wonderful.
altitude and our velocity relative to the surface.
Man.
And as we get closer, there's an instrument called the Marty instrument. It's a camera right here that's also looking at the surface and comparing features to understand how much we're moving side to
We
side.
went to
That's
Mars.
what it's doing.
We went to Mars.
And so now, as we get closer to the surface,
Here we
we
go.
lower
Here we
the
go.
rover
We
on the
lower the
tether
rover.
system below this rocket
Tethers.
pack.
We have tethers to lower the
And it
rover. We
continues
like to use
accelerating
tethers to
very
hang
slowly towards
astronauts
the
in
surface
simulation
now,
and
and the
pretend
rover
they
has
go
set
on the moon.
its wheels
Now we're
into a
tethering the
landing
rover.
configuration.
We.
And right now, everything's just waiting for the touchdown sensor. And the powered descent vehicle flies away to a
Goodbye.
safe distance.
Gonna
and
go back to
crashes,
Earth.
but a safe
You
distance
made
away
it down
from
and
the
go back to
rover.
Earth.
And one of the big benefits of landing this way is you've now got your rover system.
It landed
on the
perfectly
surface,
like that,
essentially ready to
too.
go. All it has to do is stand up
Perfect
its
landing.
remote sensing mast, and it's essentially ready to
It's
go.
essentially what happened.
As opposed to, so the relating that to is the Mars exploration rovers that were packed in that airbag tetrahedron. They were folded up.
Mommy,
like
can I have a
origami.
cookie?
It actually was almost 3 weeks of operations. to unfold everything and set up and ready to operate. And so here, we've
Here we
landed
go to be
within
on
our
a body
landing ellipse,
beady
and there in
beady
the back
beady
is
beady.
It's called Mount Sharp. It's the center of that Gale crater that we talked about. And it's been operating for just over 2 years and has just now gotten over to the base of Mount Sharp. Now it's done an awful lot of science.
It's an awful lot of
We've
science
learned that there
involved
were
in this.
small rivers that even at least knee deep.
It's not a hoax. No.
And again, I mentioned
Yeah.
the big discovery for
Yeah.
MSL is the
MSL.
existence of ancient habitats
Hello.
that could have
Ancient
supported
habitats.
life.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen.
it's done a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've
The
gone
point
so
is
far
that
down the
this
bullshit
is
hole, there's no
The
returning.
limit of what we can currently
No fucking
do
returning
with
whatsoever.
our current interdescent landing
No, no, no,
technology.
no, 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 no.
We have a significant technology gap.
But since you don't have a problem
Just
not
along
believing
the
this,
bottom
we're
here.
just going to continue with the
Too
bullshit,
many
bullshit,
words on the
bullshit.
slide, where we are
Look,
currently
colored
is
graphs.
able to put 1 metric ton
1 metric
in about a
ton.
10-kilometer ellipse and
Wonderful.
access about 40%
Full of
Mars surface.
shit.
So where we need to
We
be
are full of shit.
potentially for human missions
We are
is able
full
to
of,
land 40
full of,
metric
full
tons
of, full of,
within
full
a
of.
tenth of a
full of-
kilometer of our target
I can't
and
come out
have
of
nearly
it.
global access. And so it is a huge challenge.
That's a huge.
Why
We gotta
EDL
bring the
at
drama.
Mars
Can
is
we make
considered
it?
one
I
of the
don't
two
know.
biggest challenges for human
It's
exploration.
the biggest
on Mars.
challenge for you.
The other one being radiation protection. We'll
Wee.
hear more about next week.
Wee.
But NASA has
Wee.
set the goal of having humans at Mars.
Humans on
in the
Mars.
2030s.
We're gonna do it.
And to
Yeah.
We're going to have to
We're gonna
leverage
do it.
activities all around. It's a very success-oriented goal to be able
We're
to do
just
that
so
in
fucking
20 years.
full of
Most
shit. We're just shit. Look how much shit is inside of my stomach.
roadmap.
Look how
you
fucking
have to have
fucking
a-
pudgy I am. I am so full of shit. I'm
Over
bursting
20
out of the
years for us to be
seams.
able to get there.
Look at this shit. Look at
So
this.
we're going to be leveraging our international partners and commercial
Kind of look like a doughboy.
other missions.
I kind of sound like one too.
within NASA that
Pillsbury is one of our
aren't just the human
vendors for
exploration
NASA.
portion of things,
They
like
send all the
science,
goodies up to
research,
our astronauts in the space
that they
station.
send to various planets.
Bread
All of these
rolls,
things are
cinnamon
gonna need to
rolls,
combine to
crescent
help move us
rolls,
stepwise closer to human.
and rover rolls. Roll over, rover. Yeah. We are so full.
Yet
of
the U.S. so far is the only one that has successfully landed on Mars.
Successfully, yes. Yeah.
The mission. So are the
Yeah,
missions coordinated with other countries?
Well,
yes,
currently
in that
yes. We
even on
can't
like
get all the
myself
countries
here
to
as an example,
agree on
there
our
are
bullshit, but if we
contributed
force them
instruments
to,
on the
we
mission
can
from other
by
countries like
sanctions.
France and
So we'll get them in gear. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So landing at Mars is not easy.
No.
As we just said, we've landed a total of 7 times successfully
Yeah,
on the surface.
well, actually 7 minus 7.
Because all
So
of these
actually 0
successful
times. But
landing systems
who's counting, right?
have landed at low elevations.
You don't want to
-1
make this too big of a
kilometer
deal
or
because
lower.
it's so bullshitty.
We've landed less than 1 metric ton.
We don't want everybody.
And there's
Scrutinizing
been
it,
relatively
realizing how much
large
bullshit it is.
uncertainties on our landing location.
Full of shit.
And the EDL system is so critical
Full
to the
of
overall
shit.
mission that it generally drives the mission architecture.
Shit.
And as I've mentioned, all of
I
the
am
current Mars
full
missions have relied on the technology
shit.
investments in the 60s and 70s.
Shit.
And we've essentially gotten to the end of where we can stretch
Shit.
those technologies.
My stomach has gotten to the end of where it can stretch.
Systemic new investments
Did he say
in
stomach?
new atmospheric flight systems
Hello?
that are the basis for these entry, descent, and landing systems.
Hello?
That really is the core of EDL.
Core?
is being
Speaking of
able
cores,
to
can I have an
fly
apple?
these vehicles through an atmosphere. So the agency has started working on some technologies. Remember we mentioned in the beginning that we don't have the answer right now.
Wait a minute.
I'll
You
talk
don't
about
have
some of
the
the things that
answer.
we're working on.
How could you not have the
Payload to
answer?
the surface. Deploy it or inflate. It's from a mission called IRV-3, or the Inflatable Reentry
Inflatable
Vehicle
boats.
3. And it shows...
Shut up. Watch this. Watch this shit. This is good. This is prophetic. Watch. January 23rd, 2014. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can I be on the panel too?
11 years ago,
Not this shit. Where's the one?
NASA's twin Mars exploration rovers didn't
Shut
yet have the name Spirit and
Shut
Opportunity.
up, you asshole.
They were right here,
You
2 buildings
fucking
east of this
liar.
auditorium in
Shut
JPL's
your fucking
spacecraft
mouth.
assembly facility.
Shut your fucking mouth. How about
Exactly 10 years
that? How
ago,
about that? How about you shut up? Is this the one I wanted? No.
welcome to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory,
Shut up,
JP.
you asshole. Is this the one I wanted?
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, this is the one I wanted.
Welcome.
Welcome.
And welcome back to those of you who've been here
Thank you.
throughout the series. If you have been here throughout the series, you have seen NASA's plans for the next 30 years or so. And the question is, do we have to kill you now?
What
The answer is no.
did you say?
Today, do we have to kill you now? 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 Do we have to kill you now?
Do you have to kill people? Gus Grissom, Thomas Barron and his family? Do you have to kill Alberto Behar? Zachary Warfield? Do you? Did you? Did you? Did you? Liars? Come on. Come on, whistleblowers. Let's go. Get off your fucking ass. And
start telling the truth.